Good morning. Welcome to the Millionaire Book Club. My name is Pearlie Hunter. Side effects of tapping in with me every single morning do include personal development, mindset transformations, paradigm shifts, and the ability to think your way to success. Okay. Wealth is a state of mind, wealth is a state of consciousness. And the moment that you decide to elevate your mindset, develop your consciousness, you will start experiencing great things and living a greater, fuller life. Okay. So I like to start this call every single morning with gratitude. So drop me something that you're grateful for in the chat. And if you go back and watch this after the live, drop me something that you're grateful for. Attitude of gratitude is where it's at. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for this day. I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for my children, my spouse. I'm grateful for my parents. I'm grateful for soul family. I'm grateful for a new day to accomplish new things, new objectives. I'm grateful for forgiveness. I'm grateful for love. I'm grateful for light. I'm grateful for peace. I'm grateful for happiness. I'm grateful for a whole lot of stuff, y'all, a whole lot. So drop me something that you're grateful for. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe at I Coach Wealth. Okay, I Coach Wealth. Um, Crystal said, I am grateful for everything. It is the little things that make me grateful. I am truly grateful that God never gave up on me and I did not give up on myself. Yes, Queen, that is right. Seriously, I was just about to say, because you are the God. You know what I'm saying? You didn't give up on you. Barb said, I am grateful to see another day. I am grateful for God. I am grateful for the Millionaire Book Club. I am grateful for my family, for my husband, for my grandchildren, and my great grandchildren. I am grateful to be alive. Yes, so much to be grateful for, so much to be thankful for. Barbara, you grateful for generations and generations. That is a blessing. That's a blessing to be able to see your great grandchildren, right? It's a blessing to be who you are, developing your mindset, being able to pass this knowledge down to them. It is really priceless. Like all of this stuff that we learn is priceless. I wish I would have been knew it all, but it wasn't time. This is the time right now. Okay. So we're gonna get the daily word started. Today is June 15th, 9 days to my birthday. Countdown is in full effect, y'all. Countdown is in full effect. And yes, I am going live on my birthday. I would not skip out for that. Okay, gotta celebrate with my family, the people who show up with me every day. I literally talk to y'all every day. That's amazing. I'm grateful. So the word of the day today is give. Okay, give. I am grateful as I give with joy. Giving is the key to living my fullest life. I eagerly accept my good with joy and appreciation, and I feel a deep desire to keep that joy alive by giving generously, serving humbly, and sharing without hesitation. I give with an open and caring heart, knowing that I am not just sharing material goods or even my time. I am sharing the love and care of God through my actions, answering the call to serve that I feel deep within my heart. I visualize the receiver, blessed far beyond my gifts, perhaps inspired to give something of themselves in service. Giving gladdens me and draws me closer to those with whom I share my bounty. When I seize opportunities to share my time, talents, and treasures, I help create a world of generous abundance that is a gift to all. Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due, when it is in your power to do it. Proverbs 3:27. Okay. So that was so good. Give, right? Be a servant leader. Don't be the person. This is what I think about when I think about that, right? You know how you can ask somebody to do something, and as soon as you ask them, they're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Don't be that person. Be the person that is willing to give willing to serve, whether that be of your time, of your finances. If you have it, like if you have a lot to give, you have a lot to share with others, right? If you have a lot, you have a lot to share with others. And the more that we are open to giving, the more openly we'll receive. Okay. So the more that we are open to giving, the more openly we will receive. You got to let it flow, right? It's an exchange, an energy exchange. Money is energy. Everything is an exchange. Okay. Let's pull our card. This is the Four Agreements deck, the fifth book we read. And this book was really, really good. It was all about self-mastery, self-awareness. It challenged a lot of our programming, a lot of our beliefs. And it basically gave us permission to go ahead and reprogram, right? We've been programmed a certain way, but it's okay to reprogram and do things that work better for us. Okay, I guess these two want to fall out. So I'll do these two. What's on the flip side? I'll do three. We're going to do three today, y'all. They both flew out. Okay. Be impeccable with your word. Let go of self-judgment and blame. Okay. Let go of self-judgment and blame. Pretty. Being impeccable, you take responsibility for your actions, but you do not judge or blame yourself for anything. Okay. So take responsibility for your actions, but once you took accountability, you done made up your mind, you know you did something wrong, you want to do better. There's no point in putting a lot of energy into what you didn't do right. Okay. There's no point in doing that. Okay. Don't make assumptions is our next one. Assume nothing. Assume nothing. So all of this green, the heart chakra vibes is really coming out with this. In any kind of relationship, we can make the assumption that others know what we think. Okay. We can assume that others know what we think. And we don't have to say what we want. We assume they are going to do what we want because they know us so well. If they don't do what we want, we feel hurt and think, how could you do that? You should know. Okay. So what people are you holding to this standard in your life? Free them and free you. Okay. What person are you holding to that standard? They're not your higher self. They don't know you. They don't know what you like. They don't know what you want. They don't know what triggers you. You have to communicate. Okay. You have to not assume. And then the last one is another: be impeccable with your word. Enjoy heaven on earth. And I must say, I have been experiencing what feels like heaven on earth. Not because everything is just so peachy and going good, right? Because I choose happiness. I choose to be happy. I choose to look at the brighter side of things. I choose to go into my imagination and assume the wish fulfilled instead of sitting here crying about the reality of what's not. You know what I'm saying? So this one says, impeccability of the word can lead you to personal freedom, success, and abundance. You can attain the kingdom of heaven from this one agreement. Be impeccable with your word. Okay? So do what you say you're going to do. Be kind to yourself and others when you speak. Speak only your truth, right? Don't be speaking a lot of lies. Speak your truth. And be comfortable and confident in your truth. Free yourself from the judgments of other people, right? Do what makes you happy. Have your heaven on earth. Everybody's heaven on earth might be a little different, right? We all move by different things in different ways. So that's that. So we're going to go ahead and get the read started, okay? I'm super excited, y'all. Do y'all really understand? I guess I just didn't really pay attention that this book had 2 books inside of it. So we are finishing a book today, and I feel amazing about that. We finishing our 7th book today, And tomorrow we'll start like our eighth. I guess Awaken Imagination will be like our eighth book. It's really short though, another short one, but that's okay. And then we'll jump into, what was it? The Magic of Believing after that. Um, all right, so if I say something that resonates with you, drop an MOC in the chat. MOC basically means moment of clarity. It's my way to connect with you guys, to know that you're still with me, because I can't see anything but myself on the screen. So it's a way to like let me know that you hear, you feel me, you heard something that, that was just made sense, right? It made sense. It was a moment of clarity. I definitely like to see that. If you go back and watch the YouTube live, let me know what your MOCs was, okay? All right. Chapter 25, Faith. This is page 105. A miracle is the name given by those who have no faith to the works of faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Okay, so if y'all remember in the audio that I just played, that's what Steve Harvey was saying, right? Imagination is the evidence of things not seen, right? And why is it not seen? It's not seen because it's in your mind, right? Why is it evidence? It's evidence because you can pull it forth. It can go from here. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands, right? So then it goes from seen to unseen. The very reason for the law of assumption is contained in this quotation. If there were not a deep-seated awareness that which you hope for had substance and was possible of attainment, it would be possible to assume the consciousness of being or having it. It is the fact that creation is finished and everything exists that stirs you to hope. And hope, in turn, implies expectation. And without expectation of success, it would be impossible to use consciously the law of assumption. Evidence is a sign of actuality. Thus, this quotation means that faith is the awareness of the reality of that which you assume. Okay? Faith is the awareness of the reality of that which you assume. Consequently, it is obvious that a lack of faith means disbelief in the existence of that which you desire, right? So do you really believe that you can get what you desire? Do you believe it? If you don't believe it, that's a lack of faith. If you think it's going to be so hard, or all of these challenges and obstacles going to knock you down or stop you before you even get started, that's a lack of faith. And as much as that which you experience is the faithful reproduction of your state of consciousness, lack of faith will mean perpetual failure in any conscious use of the law of assumption. Okay? Lack of faith will mean perpetual failure in any conscious use of the law of assumption. In all the ages of history, faith has played a major role. It permeates all the great religions of the world. It is woven and all through mythology, and yet today it is almost universally misunderstood. Contrary to popular opinion, the efficacy of faith is not due to the work of any outside agency. It is from first to last an activity of your own consciousness. The Bible is full of many statements about faith, the true meaning of which few are aware. Here are some typical examples. Unto us was the gospel preached, as well as unto them. But the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that heard it. Hebrews 4:2. In this quotation, the us and them make clear that all of us hear the gospel. Gospel means good news. Very obviously, good news for you would be that you had attained your desire. This is always being preached to you by your infinite self. To hear that which you desire does exist, and you need only to accept it in consciousness is good news. Not mixing with faith means to deny the reality of that which you desire. Not mixing with faith means to deny the reality of that which you desire. Hence, there is no profit attainment possible. O faithless and perverse generation, how long shall I be with you? Matthew 17:17. The meaning of faithless has been made clear. Perverse means turned the wrong way. In other words, the consciousness of not being what you want to be. Okay? So a lot of people's consciousness right now is perverse, right? Because a lot of people are not what they want to be. They're not where they want to be, and they feel stuck, right? But they're not stuck. Perverse means turn the wrong way. In other words, the consciousness of not being what you want to be. To be faithless, that is, to disbelieve in the reality of that which you assume, is to be perverse. How long shall I be with you means that the fulfillment of your desire is predicated upon your change to the right state of consciousness. Okay? The fulfillment of desire is predicated upon your change to the right state of consciousness. It is just as though that which you desire is telling you that it will not be yours until you turn from being faithless and perverse to righteousness. As already stated, righteousness is the consciousness of already being what you want to be. I'm glad they chose the word righteousness, right? Because that's a nice, strong word. And I feel like when you going down this journey that we going down, you have to be righteous. You have to not pretty much care what the next person is thinking or saying or doing, because a lot of people don't understand what we be doing, right? The way we think, the way we starting to think, the way we starting to speak, the way we are starting to discern things, right? They don't understand it because they're not thinking on that frequency. Their mind has not been elevated to that vibration, right? They just don't get it. So you have to be righteous, and you have to know that the hardest part about getting to the top is getting through the crowd at the bottom, right? Getting through the crowd at the bottom. You have to be willing to observe what they do and do the opposite, right? And do it gracefully and gratefully, right? Knowing what you know, right? Because you're doing the right thing. Okay. It is just as though that which you desire is telling you that it will not be yours until you turn from being faithless and perverse to righteousness. As already stated, righteousness is the consciousness of already being what you want to be. By faith, he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, for he endured as seeing him who is invisible. Hebrew 11:27. Egypt means darkness. Belief in many gods causes. The king symbolizes the power of outside conditions or circumstances. He is your concept of yourself as already being what you want to be. Enduring as seeing him who is invisible means persisting in the assumption that your desire is already fulfilled. Thus, this quotation means that by persisting in the assumption that you already are the person you want to be, you rise above all doubt, fear, and belief in the power of outside conditions or circumstances. And your world inevitably conforms to your assumption. The dictionary definitions of faith: the assent of the mind or understanding to the truth, unwavering adherence to principle, are so pertinent that they might well have been written with the law of assumption in mind. Faith does not question, faith knows. Okay, I like that. Faith does not question, it already knows. All right, so that was that chapter. Faith. What y'all think? Y'all like that chapter? If that chapter was cool, drop a 111. I just want to make sure y'all with me. Nobody had no MOC in that chapter, so I just got to make sure that y'all ain't sleep. Drop me a 111. Lindsay, if you watching, welcome, Queen. I see somebody watching, but I don't know who it is. All right, Quincy. Quincy got the faith and Quincy got the power. You got that beautiful mindset. Okay. We're going to go to chapter 26. And chapter 26 is destiny. Thank you, Crystal. Destiny. Okay. Good morning, Bobby. Welcome, King. Chapter 26, destiny. Your destiny is that which you must inevitably experience. Really, it is an infinite number of individual destinies, each of which, when attained, is the starting place for a new destiny, right? So when you reach one destination, you want to be somewhere else, right? When you get here, I want this now. Since life is infinite, the concept of an ultimate destiny is inconceivable. When we understand, and why is life infinite, right? Like the universe is infinite. We the only things coming and going. Everything else is staying, right? The tree's not really coming and going unless we cut them out. They'll be here, right? We come here for a moment in time to have our experience and then we out. But the planet is still, the universe, the planet is still there throughout it all. Everybody that has came, right? It's been the same universe. It don't redo every single time. Okay. Since life is infinite, the concept of an ultimate destiny is inconceivable. When we understand that consciousness is the only reality, we know that it is the only creator. This means that your consciousness is the creator of your destiny. Okay? Your consciousness is the creator of your destiny. The fact is, you are creating your destiny every moment, whether you know it or not. Right? So we are co-creators with the source. If we are co-creators with the source, the way you think and the way you speak and the actions that you're taking, you either helping source or you're hurting source, right? You either making the job easier for source to look out for you, to give you all the abundance that you're desiring, to keep your mind calm, to keep your heart clear, your mind clear, right? You either making the environment, keeping it good and keeping it easy for source to do his job, or you making it hard for source to do his job. Okay, it's simple as that. You make it hard by being resistant, thinking about negativity all the time, stressing about nothing, being faithless instead of faithful. Okay. All right. When we understand that consciousness is the only reality, we know that it is the only creator. This means that your consciousness is the creator of your destiny. The fact is, you are creating your destiny every moment, whether you know it or not. Much that is good and even wonderful has come into your life without you having any inkling that you were the creator of it. Okay? Think about the good things in your life, right? You created that. And now with the newfound knowledge that we have, go back and think about how you created that, right? The things you did leading up to certain situations, right? You were not aware that you were creating at that point. You were just, living, doing what you do. But now you have power within to, dictate and control where your life, the direction that your life is going in. And it don't have to be only the programmed way that we've been taught, right? get good grades, go to school, get a good job, and do that part. It don't have to be that way. However, the understanding of the causes of your experience and the knowledge that you are the sole creator of the contents of your life, both good and bad, not only make you a much keener observer of all phenomena, but through the awareness of the power of your own consciousness, intensifies your appreciation of the richness and grandeur of life. Regardless of occasional experiences, to the contrary, it is your destiny to rise to higher and higher states of consciousness, right? It is our destiny to rise to higher and higher states of consciousness and to bring into manifestation more and more of creation's infinite wonders. Okay? That is our destiny, ultimately, to connect with our higher self, to operate with the universe according to the laws that were set by the universe, to be aware of these things, to be grateful for these things, right? To know that we are so supported, so supported. And the only reason that it's hard, if it's hard for you, the only reason that it's so hard is because you make it hard and it starts up here. You make it hard up here, and then everything else is just like, everything comes to pass. You're stressing about not being able to do this or do that. You're probably not going to be able to do it, right? We make it hard. Actually, you are destined to reach the point where you realize that through your own desire, you can consciously create your successive destinies. Successive destinies. Through your own desire, you can consciously create your successive destinies, right? Successive destinies. When we get to the when we get to one destiny, we can create another successful destiny, right? Because we know how to do it. We have the blueprint. We know all it takes is a little bit of belief, a little bit of faith, a little bit of quiet time meditating inside our mind, imagining, right? That's all it takes. Persistence, consistency. The study of this book, which is detailed exposition of consciousness and the operation of the law of assumption, is the master key to the conscious attainment of your highest destiny. This very day, start your new life. Approach every experience in a new frame of mind with a new state of consciousness. Assume the noblest and the best for yourself in every respect and continue therein. Make believe great wonders are possible. Okay? Make believe great wonders are possible. So by the time you get to telling people, where you going, where you been, where you go every single day inside your mind, people probably gonna be looking at you like you are a little crazy, right? But that's okay. That's not always a bad thing. Having vision is not a bad thing at all. And the only way you can have vision is if you go within, right? Go within and see it. See the idea, see the plan, see the goal, see the objective being met, right? See, when you plant a seed, do you just see it for the seed every day, or do you see the potential of what you know is going to be? You know it's going to be that. When you go get whatever, right? What is a nice little seed, like a nice little flower? When you go get a tulip seed, you plant the tulip, right? You don't just come say, oh, that's a seed, it's a seed. When you going out there caring for that thing, you caring for it because you see that tulip. You see what it's going to be at the end. So you doing the work and putting that effort in to get that out of it, right? You want to take care of it. That's the same way we got to be with our desires. Same way we got to be with the seeds that we have in the garden of our minds. Okay? Chapter 27. Whoop, whoop. This is the last chapter of this book, y'all. I'm so grateful. I'm very grateful, forever grateful. All right, chapter 27. If we wouldn't have had this book club, who knows how many books I would have read? Probably like one or two. We about to start our 8th book tomorrow, ending our 7 books today. Clap for yourself real quick. Clap, 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 clap. This is a moment of celebration. Y'all gotta clap for yourself because y'all doing something wonderful. And I know y'all know. Even if y'all don't know, now y'all know. You're doing something very great for yourself, okay? Very great for your higher self. Your higher self is really loving you right now, really grateful for you right now, for acknowledging it, taking the time to feed it, right? Taking the time to connect with it, her or him, right? Okay, last chapter, chapter 27, reverence, reverence. That made me think of that movie, The Revenant, but it's different. Reverence, okay? Never wouldst thou have made anything if thou hast not loved it. Never would thou have made anything if thou had not loved it. Wisdom 11:24. In all creation, in all eternity, in all the realms of your infinite being, the most wonderful fact is that which is stressed in the first chapter of this book. Okay? You are God. You are God. You are God. You are the I am that I am. You are consciousness. You are the creator. Okay. And don't let that scare you. I feel like sometimes when people say like compare somebody to God, it scares them. But I feel like it's scary because you are fearful of your power, right? False evidence appearing real. That's just the way I'm thinking about this thing. Like if that makes you uncomfortable saying like I am God, it's just something that you're fearful of, right? You need not fear, right? You are. Just like I could say my children are me, right? They came out of me. We are one, right? We came from God. We are one. We are God. This is the mystery. This is the great secret known by the seers, prophets, and mystics throughout the ages. This is the truth that you can never know intellectually, right? This is the truth that you can never know intellectually. Who is this you? Who is this you? That it is you, John Jones or Mary Smith is absurd. Okay. So who is Barbara? Who is Quincy? Who is Crystal? Who are you? That it is you, John Jones or Mary Smith is absurd. Right? It is the consciousness which knows that you are John Jones or Mary Smith. It is the consciousness that knows I am Pearlie Hunter. It is the consciousness that knows, you know what I'm saying? You are who you are. It is your greater self, your deeper self, your infinite being, right? The little person that lives inside your head. It is your greater self, your deeper self, your infinite being, the one that can maintain control, right? The one that can subjectively observe something, right? Not so focused on the objective, subjectively observe something and respond, not react to the situations that's happening. The higher you, your greater self. Call it what you will. The important thing is that it is within you. It is you. It is your world. It is this fact that underlies the immutable law of assumption. It is upon this fact that your very existence is built. Okay? It is this fact that is the foundation of every chapter of this book. No, you cannot know this intellectually. You cannot debate it. You cannot substantiate it. Right? So what do we do? How do we know? How do we know? You can only feel it, right? You can only be aware of it. You can only feel it. You can only be aware of it. Becoming aware of it, one great emotion permeates your being. So when you become aware that you are God, when you become aware that you have power, when you become aware that you are co-creator with the source, when you become aware that you can use your mind, right? This mind that we use everything for, when we being told how to use it, right? When you are aware that you can use this mind to create a beautiful life, beautiful, abundant life for yourself and your family, you live with a perpetual feeling of reverence. Okay? You live with a perpetual feeling of reverence. The knowledge that your creator is the very self of yourself and never would have made you had he not loved you must fill your heart with devotion. Yes, with adoration. Okay. One knowing glimpse of the world about you at any single instant of time is sufficient to fill you with profound awe and a feeling of worship. It is when your feeling of reverence is most intense that you are closest to God. And when you are closest to God, your life is richest. Okay. It is when your feeling of reverence is most intense. Me too. I really do too. Like, this is real good. This is a great way to end this chapter. Okay. When it's most intense. And you know, this all just goes back to what everything we've been learning so far. The feeling is the secret, right? This makes God seem a little more attainable, right? A little more worth pleasing, right? If people can't see why they should do it the way we already be programmed to think, right? This makes it clear because you are the God. You hurting yourself. You hurt yourself. Anytime you deny yourself the things you truly want, anytime you try to be something other than you are, you hurt yourself. Anytime you settle and don't go for the big goal, don't think big, don't have faith in yourself that you can do what you want to do, anything you want to do, you hurt yourself. Okay? Our deepest feelings are precisely those we are least able to express. And even in the act of adoration, silence is our highest praise. Okay? Our deepest feelings are precisely those we are least able to express. Okay? You can't really explain gratitude. You can just show it. You show it through your actions. You show it through your smiles. You show it through the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really see it. You feel it. You can feel it, but you can't explain it to somebody. You can't explain gratitude. A person feeling gratitude just feels it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling real grateful and tingly right now, y'all. I'm so grateful, right? That's when you closest to God. And why do I feel like that right now? Because I'm serving my purpose. I'm living in my purpose. I'm doing what I've been called to do, right? To spread awareness, to lift the vibrations and the frequencies of humanity, right? One book at a time. We're going to do this thing one book at a time. And we're going to learn and we're going to grow together, right? And we're going to create some beautiful, beautiful life stories together, right? And we're going to experience so much. And our generations to come are already well taken care of because we've taken this time right now, right? Even though everybody else in the world is probably thinking this is crazy, right? This is crazy. This girl is getting up every single morning reading. This girl is this girl is that, right? It's probably looking really crazy to those who are not on the frequency. But for the people on the frequency, like, go on, girl, get it. I see you. I see what you're doing. Keep it up, right? I see where you're going with this. Keep it up. That's because they've probably had objectives that they met, right? And they know you got to hold it here and then you're going to hold it here, right? So I have a plan for this. You got to have a plan for where you're going, right? Because you can go wherever you want to go. I could have a plan today and change the plan tomorrow. I'm the creator, right? I'm the creator. You're the creator. And that's it, family. That's it for the chapter. That's it for the power of awareness. This was like probably one of my favorite ones so far that we've read. It was one of my favorite ones because it was super deep. You know, if you just reading this, if I would have just picked this up and read this without any prior knowledge, it probably would have been a really hard read because it's a lot to digest. It's a lot to understand. It's a lot to take in. And some people are resistant, right? They don't want to change, or they're fearful of change. They fearful of acting outside of the norm, going against the program. And I'm totally the opposite, right? I'm like the rebel, right? I want to challenge everything. I want to challenge every system. I want to challenge everything we've been taught. Um, but yeah, that's it. If you took value from this today, if you love the power of awareness, if you're gonna keep the power of awareness near, right? Drop me 624 in the chat. That's my birthday, 624 624. But yeah, this is one of the books. This is one book. It's so short. The reads are so just like, time efficient. You can literally do this, right? Just do this and pick a chapter a day and just keep refreshing yourself on this information. Thank you, Queen. Keep refreshing. Thank you, King. Very good book and knowledge. Yeah, keep refreshing yourself on this information. Keep it up, right? Repetition is the mother of skill. Don't just read it one time and then let everything just go. No, keep practicing this stuff. Keep implementing. Keep learning. Keep discerning, right? Keep breaking it down. Keep figuring it out. Keep figuring yourself out, right? Keep connecting to your God, right? The higher you, right? The inner you. Live for that person. Live. A lot of people want to make sure the outside is all cleaned up. They want to make sure they're looking good for the people looking at them. But what about when you look into yourself, right? When you look in the mirror, what's going on internally? Are you truly happy? Are you truly the person that you're trying to give off to people on the outside? If you are that person, perfect. Keep doing it. Keep going. Keep being great. Keep keeping that balance. But if you're not that person, if you a totally different person on the outside, but you feel totally different on the inside, then you probably having a lot of troubles right now, right? Because you're not living authentic. You're not living true to yourself. You're not expressing your God, right? You keeping your God hidden. No more of that. No more of that. In 2021, 2022, nothing, right? What we create from this point forward is going to say a lot. It's going to say a lot about who we are. It's going to say a lot about everything because, like I said, before we knew, that's one thing. Now that we know, it's a totally different ball game, right? We know we are not victims of our circumstances. We know we don't have to settle for what somebody else is giving us. We know, right? Now, the thing that you're going to have to get comfortable with is the time, right? Everything takes time. In this world that we grew up in, everything is quick, right? We talked about this before. But in reality, everything takes time. When you plant a seed, it takes time to grow. And so will your ideas. So will your, you know what I'm saying? Your multi-million-dollar plan. It's all going to take time. And as long as you keep doing your work, it's going to work for you. Okay. So that's it, family. We're going to end it. It's about to be 45 minutes on YouTube. I don't really like it to go super, super long because I want the people who go back and watch it to just get a quick, little read, not feeling like they like, but I know y'all here live. So y'all got me and I got y'all. I do want to read my T quote today because my T quote was really good. It's saying, know that you are a child of the universe. Okay. Know that you are a child of the universe. You a child of God. You a child of your mama. You a child of your daddy. Okay. You a child of some things. And you have power. That's what I just want everybody to know. You have so much power. You just got to recognize it within yourself because nobody can do that part for you. And then our I am for today is the only person I compare myself to is the person I was yesterday. Okay. The only person I compare myself to is the person I was yesterday because I want to be better than I was yesterday. I want to think clearer than I did yesterday. I want to produce more quality work than I did yesterday, right? I want to spread more joy, spread more love than I did yesterday. If you are if you are living to be better than you were the day before, every day you producing greatness, right? Every day you producing greatness and giving out a great, beautiful energy to the universe. And you will, the energy you give is the experience you receive. Okay. The energy you give is the experience that you receive. So just keep that in mind at all times, right? We wasn't taught to really think about our energy and how we output it, but you have to be mindful of it. Okay. So our energy is our new identity. I say that all the time. Our energy is our new identity. Protect your energy, protect your peace. Be a light today, make somebody smile. MOC for the queen. I'm grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And that's original. I thought about that, girl. Okay, I didn't even get that from nobody. I thought about that. The energy you give is the experience you receive, right? So that's it. I am your sister in love. I am your sister in light. I am your sister in prosperity and peace and hope and joy. I am your sister in all things positive, high vibrational frequency. Okay. And I want y'all to have a super fantastic day. I'm definitely will be back in the morning. We're gonna start the new book inside of the old book, right? Awakened Imagination. And I think this will be good for us to awaken our imaginations, so we can keep creating. And then, what I'm looking forward to is us being able to do what we do, control our minds in the way we control our minds, manifest in the way we manifest, and then showing others that it's possible, right? That's what God wants you to live your life as a positive example for others to see so they can do the same thing. And we can start transforming this world. Okay. So y'all have a super fantastic day. See y'all in the morning. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all.